So in this video, we're going to go over how to get a review of every customer. And this is the strategy you can use to generate hundreds of 5-star reviews for your local service business. And be sure to download my free guides. The links will be in the description as well. So just a little bit about myself. My name's Colin Greenwood, and I'm the founder of Local Growth Group. We help local service businesses and trades businesses scale with Google Ads. And with our strategy, we have booked anywhere from 10 to 30 jobs, adding 10 to 50K in the first 30 days of working with us. So if there's something that interests you, feel free to book a call below. Now, as for what we will cover in this video, we're going to go over why reviews are important and how to use them to get more customers, and then the strategy to get reviews off every customer. So the importance of reviews. So for those who don't know, there's actually a lot of demand for the services you offer. There's thousands of searches every month on Google for the services you offer in your local area. So I've just created this little diagram basically to show you how someone hires a local service or a tradie 80% of the time. So they have a problem like, my toilet's not flushing, I need to call a plumber. So then they hop onto their computer or their phone and they Google something like plumber near me to find someone to solve their problem, basically. Now, just to understand how the Google search results work, there'll be three types of results that pop up. So you have the sponsored, which is the Google Ads, and you have the map pack, which are the Google business profiles, and then you have the organic results. So they're the people that are doing SEO for their website and they're ranking highly on there. And basically, by appearing for any of these, it will grant your business exposure and consequently generate you leads. Now, as for your Google business profile, if you own a local service business and you don't have one set up, you're either ignorant or you just don't like money because a Google business profile is free to set up and you're able to generate leads through it for free, basically. And it gets your business on the map and the map pack and it allows you to collect reviews, which is the point of this video. So not only will you get more customers from the profile, you can get reviews and present them wherever else you invest in marketing. If you aren't sure how to set this up, just find a YouTube video and learn how to set it up. If you do it, just make sure you do it very thoroughly and properly. It's very worth your time. Now, reviews make all the difference. So if it wasn't obvious enough, reviews convert customers in any industry. You can just ask yourself, would you be more likely to eat at a restaurant if your friend told you that they serve the best food he's ever eaten? Or would you be more likely to hire someone rated 4.8 stars with 1,500 reviews or someone rated 4.2 stars with 40 reviews? It's pretty obvious which one you'd choose. You'd choose this guy on the left and not this one on the right. Now, a mindset shift about getting reviews. So a lot of business owners think it is such an effort to get reviews, which I totally understand. It is a bit of an effort, but collecting a lot of 5-star reviews should be a priority for any business. For starters, your Google business profile will appear more often on the map pack when searched for. So that'll actually mean that you get more exposure for leads to contact you for free, basically. And secondly, the more 5-star reviews you have, the better your reputation and perceived value of your business becomes. So you'll be able to convert more leads and customers through your Google business profile and other avenues. Thirdly, you can use those Google reviews to present them on your website, ads or socials or whatever other avenue. And you'll be able to get more clicks and more conversions if you have high ratings. So you want to use them in places like your ad copy, website copy, on your landing page. You've probably seen rating badges where people say they're 5-star rated, or you can actually embed actual reviews onto your site. So just like the ones you see here. Now, when you get more reviews, you're going to attract more people to your business. You're going to be able to convert more leads and get more customers. And then you'll be able to scale your business and charge more for your services. And as you scale, well, obviously you get more jobs, which means you can get more reviews. So it's a snowball that keeps getting bigger and better. And as a bonus, since businesses with a lot of good reviews attracts and converts more customers, you'll be able to sell your business for more, right? So that's really important and valuable. So for the actual strategy to get hundreds of reviews, here are some basic best practices. So firstly, do not ever think about buying fake review services or bots or that kind of stuff. This will screw you in the long run. If you're a new business, you probably have already thought of this, but you should be asking for reviews from your friends and family. It's a pretty common tactic. Just don't make it too obvious that it is fake if you are going to fake it. Ideally, do actual work for them and then get a review off them. And then get them to do it from different locations, especially if you're a mobile service. It makes more sense that you have various different locations leaving a review rather than all in the same spot. And make sure you do it on the different days to simulate it looking natural, basically. Like, for example, you don't want 100 reviews on one day and then the next 2 months it's quiet. That just won't look natural at all. And Google will probably penalize you or get rid of your reviews. So, and just a little extra touch, and make sure you use realistic language and add photos where possible. So you get the idea. Now, so how do we actually get those reviews? So for starters, you want to get a review link and turn that into a QR code. So this is to make it as frictionless as possible. So you just want to go to your business profile, copy the get reviews link. So it should look something like this. Go to a free QR code generator website, turn it into a QR code, and save that image onto your phone or whoever's on your team on their phone. And you can create a picture like this, like if you really want to be fancy, but you only need the QR code and you want to have that saved on your phone. So I recommend even setting it as the home screen on your business phone or just having it as one of your favorites in your photo library so you can pull it up very easily. And with that code, you want to ask every customer. So there's a couple things you want to do when asking a customer. So one, do it right after you do the job. Ask them right after. And this is only assuming if you did a good job, right? So you don't want to ask them if you did a bad job and they're pissed off because they'll be less likely to leave a review, or perhaps they'll leave you a poor review. And obviously, we don't want that. Secondly, you want to insist that it will only take 2 minutes, and it should only actually take a few minutes anyway. So it's not like you're lying there, and that will obviously reduce friction. And thirdly, you want to get out your QR code and let them scan it and then get the review off them. Thirdly, this is optional, but I highly recommend it. You want to offer an incentive. So to maximize the chances of getting a review, offer an incentive. So this could be a freebie, like getting a free product, or a discount. So you can give them a code or just give them a discount on the service you just did. It could be dollars or a percentage off. Something to note is you want to ensure the incentive is of enough value that it makes them do it, but also isn't offensive. So say your service, like for a roofing job, was 10 grand, and you ask for $5 off. That'd be pretty rude, right? So perhaps at least $50 off would make sense. Just think about that when you create an incentive for them, right? Now, text and email automation. So a lot of businesses out there do this. If you're not able to get a review in person for whatever reason, I recommend you doing this. You want to send a message to your customer after the job. This can work, but there's a much lower chance of getting the review off them. So this is why it's really important that you do it in person with the strategy I outlined. So why does this strategy work really well? There's a few reasons. For starters, asking someone for a review right after a job is hard to say no to. They're going to feel obliged to give you a review, especially if they're happy with your job. Secondly, the QR code directly sends them there, making it low effort and frictionless. Because otherwise, you would have to ask them to search up your business, find your profile, click on the review button, and fill it in. This way, you get sent straight to the page where they just have to type it in, click enter, and then they're done. Thirdly, an incentive like a discount or freebie, it just makes it a no-brainer. So when it comes to doing any task as human beings, if you don't see a valuable reward or gain from doing it, it just seems like too much effort, and people are much less willing to do it. So it's the same thing, same reason why you make it low effort and frictionless, but having the incentive will really push those people to do it. Now, if you do this after every job, you would collect hundreds of reviews a year, and in no time, you'll become the go-to business in your local area. So you can see how valuable it is. And like I said before, the effects snowball. So I highly, highly recommend that you actually get it done. So something that people don't really talk about too much is what to write in the actual review. So not all 5-star reviews are created equal. The message inside carries a lot of weight. People actually read the reviews. So whilst it's important to increase the number of 5-star reviews you have, the quality of each matters as well. So especially if you present them on your landing page and people actually read them, it's going to make a whole world of difference. So here's a structure you can use to get customers, to tell customers while they write their reviews. So for starters, you want to outline the context. So you can say something like, we had these workers, like these guys, whatever their names are, or the business name, do a service for us for whatever, like for the person or their house, their car, whatever thing, right? And secondly, the outcome benefits. So you want to focus on the result of the job and how, or how it made you feel, anything like that. You want to focus on the outcome of doing your service. And you can talk about the customer service. So focus on the experience of working with the company. Talk about, were they professional, well-mannered, fair priced, were they punctual, that kind of stuff. And then the recommendation. So it's a bit like a call to action. You want to recommend them to other people. So you want to get them to basically just say that they recommend you pretty much. And with this formula, you'll get winning reviews that sell themselves. So just an extra little tip, let the customers use their own language. Just recommend what to say rather than telling them exactly what to say, right? Because this natural nuance is pretty hard to fake, and you want your reviews to look legitimate. Not only so that Google doesn't take them down, but so the people reading them feel like they're real. So just as an example, I've written one for a roofing company. The context, you can say, I had ABC Roofing complete an emergency roof repair in a home in Sydney. And then the outcome benefits, you can say, it was such a relief. The roof leak was fixed promptly, preventing any major damage that we were worried we would have to pay for. Then you have your customer service. You can say, "Oh, yeah, they're professional, they arrive quickly," that kind of thing. And the recommendation, if you're looking for an emergency roof leak repair done quickly and properly, definitely go with ABC Roofing. They're the absolute best. And this altogether really ties well to make a really good review. And you can read this other example below as well if you pause the video. And that's it for the video. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you found it useful and you're able to implement this stuff into your own business. Otherwise, be sure to check out my channel, like the video, subscribe. You know what to do. Follow my socials and download my other free guides. The link will be in the description.